because the majority of the people are they're stupid anyway. All right, so they're going to all those they look at the smoke and mirrors, and they see a clear reflection, meaning they'll believe whoever gets demonized, they'll believe it, pretty much without questioning it, so that's why people like Cherry Love, and I bet there are people that believe, that actually believe wholeheartedly, what she has to say about us is true.
Yeah, and like the one brother, he told me about this demon. This dude who was watching our videos talking about, he told him to get away from me. He talking about, I got an evil spirit on me. A nigga in the fucking world said to tell that to a brother. Just because of the videos, because we being man, and masculine, we go, through the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah. But it's, hey, and the thing about a sacrifice, if I can say this too, a sacrifice can be offered up at any time. That's the thing about a sacrifice. It can be any time.
So, that's why, and that's also why we, strive to do this work, consistently. Like not only camp, but, also, the videos. That's an example of what you just said. Because, that can be done at any time, or, whenever you have time.
Acts 7:50. Hath not my hand made all these things? Ye stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart and ears, ye do always resist the Holy Ghost. As your fathers did, so do ye. Which of the prophets have not your fathers persecuted?
All right, so this is nothing new. Or the prophets, in the Old Testament, or in the ancient world, or people like Jeremiah, or the people get offended, or and then they would plot, or and then just like, Lord knows, who's gearing up to do what, but we have to have that faith, that we're going to be either preserved or rewarded, or if it has to go down like that.
It says, and they have slain them which shew before the coming of the just one, of whom ye have now the betrayers and murderers, who have received the law by the disposition of angels and have not kept it. Keep going. It says, when they heard these things, they were cut to the heart, and they gnashed on him with their teeth.
All right, so people, and we see it. Or sometimes a Jake will come up, or a group of Jakes, or they'll either ask a question or just like listen in on whatever topic we're going into, or at a certain point, or one or a few of them will get they'll either or get that look or like interject, or it's like how come you're cussing with the Bible? How come you're doing this? How come you believe that? Or that's not right. That's not what I learned. Or and then they recognize us as something that they want. There's a lot of people out here. It would make their day. If we weren't around anymore.
This Isaiah 54:17, it says, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. Right. So anybody who come up against us anyway, man, how we gonna condemn them? Through the scriptures, through confounding them through the scriptures. What the scriptures say, reverting back to the scriptures. That's our only cover. That's the only thing that we got to fight against that. I was thinking about that, man. We don't got nobody else to call on, real talk. So the Lord, He ain't gonna leave us stranded out there, man. Lord will part of that number. I was thinking about that. That's if you in the corner by yourself, 1,000 people around you, everybody against you, all we got to call on is your Alpha Shem Yahweh. Right. So, and He can do whatever He wants. Make an angel, hey man, Salakia. It says, finish this off. It said, this is the heritage of the servants of the Most High Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Most High Yahweh.
The scriptures say they compass us like bees. You know, just like, you know, swarming bees come at you. That's like how our enemies are, like fucking stingrays.
Oh, Con, you know that's how it is. You know, even if it's not that bad, or there's people in the world, or that still don't know, that might know, what type, what you're on basically. All right, but you fathom, if they were to find out, they're like the type of person, look, so a lot of people, they're just like it's like ultra sensitive on so many levels.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Or but then at a certain point, the like violence is going to be the last resort because you're not going to have anything to like gainsay. There's going to be no more bullshit to fall for. All right.
That's how the scribes and Pharisees. That 2/3.
There's even been rap battles that turn into fist fights. You see that from time to time.
Yeah. That's right. I appreciate that.
Oh shit! Like I even there was even this one they'll even like there was this one guy like he was like getting his ass handed to him in a battle, and like his even his verbal response was all fucked up. He was talking about I have a gun. Like and so they resort to that type of they resort to that when they have nothing, they no more comebacks.
They mad, they gonna switch to carnal because every time someone in the rap battle gets cut, they get carnal. They get like, you're the one, like you mad because I'm styling them. And then nigga went to carnal, with the violence.
Much like if you ever see that movie Billy Madison with Adam Sandler?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you remember
school?
Yeah, remember the ending scene? Like they asked that guy a question. They were asking him a question about ethics, and he was trying to answer the question. He got confounded, so he just started freaking out and pulled out a gun.
God, you're right.
So that's how Esau's. That's how Esau's gonna get. That's how these 2/3 are gonna get.
And they know we spiritual men. They know that we ain't go, and they know we agree, because they know the scriptures too, man. Satan know the fucking scriptures. These people know that what they did to the prophets, they know what they did. They know about the prophets and what they did to quote unquote who they call Jesus. They know what they did. I got a real quick too.
Oh, you said you.
Just to add on what y'all was saying, this is Ezra 4 and 5, and they hired counselors against them to frustrate their purpose.
Sorry. I thought you. That was just Ezra.
Just Ezra, Ezra, and they hired counselors against them to frustrate their purpose all the days of Cyrus, the king of Persia. Basically when you read the backdrop, we were just building our temple, and all these other nations, heathen nations, basically just start coming against us. Us just trying to build. And that's what we're doing now. Like the brother said, they got carnal with us. Here it is, look, we had a king signed by Cyrus, like, look, we do this. And then it was really ordained by the Most High.
No, just like right now. Or these Edomites, they have their like constitution, or the so-called freedom of speech, freedom of assembly. But there's still people, or they'll call the police, try to get us off, or try to threaten us, some way, somehow.
Which was signed by their forefathers. Their forefathers that made this shit. This is something. See that, and then they get mad when a Jake get free. Wait, he was freed by your court of law system. About what's the guy named killed the bitch? Well, so-called killed the girl, the white girl. With the knife. The Jake dude, famous.
O.J.
OJ. Oh yeah, O.J. Simpson. Hey, I was gonna say. But look though, he got free, and they went to hell. They went fucking crazy. Wait a minute. The court case that Shaw set up set him free. It was so much a problem.
See white folks have that since
It's the book of Acts, the 7th chapter, back at 55. It says, but he being full of the Holy Ghost looked up steadfastly into heaven and saw the glory of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai standing on the right hand of Yahweh.
That's the thing, or even like sometimes, sometimes I'll be like meditating, or as far as just like the fear of death, and Or, you know, just basically, you know, saying, you know, like, Stephen was in the spirit, you know, like the only man I'm gonna fear, or, you know, is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Or, you know, so, you know, that didn't even, or, you know, it didn't really, you know, phase it, basically. You know, he was, or, you know, he had that portion of, you know, the spirit, you know, in order to, or, you know, accept it. Or, you know, which is another thing, you know, you might, like, so like that you're gonna have to, you know, pray for.
Verse 56, it said, Behold, I see the heavens open, and the Son of Man standing on the right hand of Yahweh. Then they cried out with a loud voice and stopped their ears and ran upon him with one accord, and cast him out of the city and stoned him. And the witness laid down their clothes at the young man's feet, whose name was Saul. And they stoned Stephen, calling upon Yahweh and saying, Lord, Yahweh Shai, receive my spirit. And he kneeled down and cried with a loud voice, Lord, lay not this sin to their charge. And when he had said this, he fell asleep.
All right, so you know, and that can also be, you know, another cut, or, you know, as far as, you know, or that could also be a small cut, or, you know, on, you know, that heaven and hell doctrine, if you you know, think about it. All right, because or, you know, here it is, you know, or, you know, you have like wicked 2/3 and all that. All right, but you know, basically, or, you know, even, you know, the 2/3 are going to be, or, you know, they're going to be receive judgment, all right, but they're going to receive forgiveness, or, you know, in the kingdom. Or, you know, that's just like it's like a little bit of food for thought.
This is a quick precept. This is St. Luke 11 and 49. Therefore also said the wisdom of Yahweh, I will send them prophets and apostles, and some of them they shall slay and persecute. Like brothers just talked about, this is the times we're heading into, perilous times. That the blood of all the prophets which was shed from the foundation of the world may be required of this generation. From the blood of Abel unto the blood of Zacharias, which perished between the altar and the temple. Verily I say unto you, it shall be required of this generation.
All right, so, or, you know, there's also going to be, you know, a recompense. Or, you know, that's why, you know, or, you know, these 2/3 are going to receive, or, you know, that judgment. Or, you know, from time to, you know, even when, you know, Jake, or, you know, when Jake receives, you know, judgment and all that. Or, you know, it is, you know, lightweight vexing. Or, you know, when you hear, you know, the situation. Or, you know, for example, you know, talking about, you know, like a cop. Or, you know, here it is, like the Jake complied, but he still got put to death and all that. Or, you know, that vexes you to some extent. But then, or, you know, you also think that, or, you know, you got to be spiritual. This is only because of, you know, or, you know, the wickedness, you know. Or, you know, that could have been, you know, that could have very well been, you know, someone that put you to death, you know, in a past life. So, you know, or, you know, that, you know, the Heavenly Father, you know, he's about to render judgment, you know, for all, you know, that's one of the things, you know, it's one of the examples of all the wicked things that are, you know, our own brethren, are, you know, according to the flesh, or, you know, did to us. Or, you know, and they're gonna have to pick up that tab. Or, you know, because, you know, as, you know, judges and all that, or, you know, just think about it, like if there's, you know, a judge, you know, judging a guilty party, or, you know, each, you know, like, for example, you know, the heathens, or, you know, they're going to get a certain, you know, judgment, right. All right, but it's not going to be as severe as, you know, Esau's judgment, all right, which Esau, you saw white people, or, you know, they're going to be on a death row, basically. All right, you know, the book of Obadiah talks about that.
That's what a judge does, even in this society, right? You commit a crime, all right, and you go in front of the judge passed down the sentence of what, you know, of the crime you committed. So that's what we're going to be, because I just read it, was that Isaiah 54th chapter, it said, any tongue that rise, thou shalt judge. Any time that rise against us, and we don't, you know what I'm saying? In judgment, where it says, thou shalt condemn. But that's what it is. That's what a judge does.
And there's no apologizing, like you might say, hey judge, I'm sorry for my crime.
Yeah, right.
Just don't give a flying fuck about what you're sorry for, man.
Right, because what the judge doing, they put
Well, even if you don't show any remorse, which or, you know, then, or, you know, there's even, you ever see those videos? It's like when the, you know, the judge, there's this one, you know, video on YouTube, like it's like a compilation of judges like losing it. Or one guy was like, right, you think it's funny? I hope you're rotting up forever.
Yeah.
Or it's talking about don't drop the soap or whatever. Or at a certain point, just like us when people come up, or they want to get stupid and all that. Or we of course it's through the spirit and through the scriptures. Or they end up getting cut up without any mercy.
Right, and like the brother said, you can't apologize to the judge, man. Because why? The judge she has work, and she can put her emotions to the side. So that's she following the law.
Shit, you ever see Judge Judy?
Yeah, right, exactly. That's a prime example. You're right. Because she following the law to a T.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's what we doing.
She's austere, but then like she always judges, or according to
Exactly.
the volume of the book,
Exactly.
or the volume of their book.
That's right.
St. James chapter 2 verse 6, it says, but ye have despised the poor, do not rich men oppress you and draw you before the judgment seat? Do not they blaspheme that worthy name by the which ye are called?
Having you swear on the Bible and all that.
All manner of wickedness in that aspect, rich men oppressing us, which makes a wise man mad. That's a prime example. It says, it's like, that's going to a different topic. But yeah, like you said, do not rich men oppress you, man. So we constantly being oppressed, constantly harassed, constantly being brought before the judgment seat, where they don't even judge you according to the law of the Holy Bible, but rather the law of man, Not on that topic.
Got something real quick. All right, Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. All right, so that's just like a side note as far as what he was talking about, or just like mainly Esau, or and even these wicked scribes and Pharisees, back then, or they were decreeing unrighteous decrees, or like having the wrong people, or like rule over them, right? Because Yahushua, even back then, he was he was part of that royal lineage. All right, but who was running the show? King Herod, or which had he had like no business, or being in any type of governing Israelites.
This Isaiah 33:18. Thine heart shall meditate terror. Where is the scribe? Where is the receiver? Where is he that counteth the towers? So it said, thine heart shall meditate terror, meaning contrary to popular belief. All right, we don't imagine the things to do to you people for all the wickedness and oppression that you caused these people on this side. Okay? It said, where is the scribe? The one who's prescribing these laws, these unrighteous decrees, who drawing us before the judgment seat, making Israel take plea deals, hiding them in prison houses for odd numbers of years, and refusing to let them go. So right. we gonna meditate terror upon you people.
Giving us fucking life. Right. That's life in prison. Yeah. That's you killing me.
And then they sit up there and a lot of Jake be innocent, but then they don't want to take it to trial because Esau gonna max you out. Then Esau put a bunch of rednecks up there and a jury, and then they find you guilty, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Putting your life in their hands. Regular ass damn Edomites that already hate you.
Yeah, that happened to boxer Hurricane.
Yeah, Denzel Washington.
Denzel Washington movie Hurricane.
Reuben Carter, I think.
What's his name?
I think his name Reuben Carter or something.
Yeah, Reuben Carter. That's his name, Reuben Carter. And he was straight innocent. And he did all that time. But
Yeah, and that's what these devils do because what they'll write false reports.
Yeah, I know what it was.
Right. Because I seen this situation. That's a spirit. Because it was this Jake dude. I don't know where he was from, but I read an article. It was this young Jake, probably about 23 years old, right? And his daughter, he was sleeping in the bed with his daughter, and she fell asleep, right? And she fell asleep, you know, and the police came and everything, and then the medical examiner, they made up a false report that said the baby had fractured skulls and all this shit, and the prosecutors and all the police officers, they making up a false report of what happened to the baby, and the dude, he got sent to prison, right? Then